Hi, my name is Ashish, and in this video we will see how to create and manage insider risk management policies in Microsoft Purview. I'll just quickly log on to the portal and take it from there. Alright, I am logged on to the portal. If you see, you need to log on to purview.microsoft.com and you need to click on insider risk management, and in here you will see policies. So there are policy templates that are available, which are predefined policy conditions that define the type of risk indicators and risk scoring model used by the policy. Now, each policy must have a template assigned in the policy creation workflow before the policy is created. Insider risk management supports up to 20 policies for each policy template. So when you create a new insider risk policy with the policy workflow, choose from one of the policy templates. Let's say I am using create a policy, quick policy or a custom policy, right? Now, let's say I want to create a quick policy. Use pre-configured settings to quickly set up a policy based on common insider risk scenarios. Let's say I'm creating a policy for data theft by departing users or data theft by users leaving your organization. Now, the use case is then when user leaves the organization, there are specific risk indicators typically associated with potential data theft by departing users. Now, this template, if I click on get started, now this template uses exfiltration indicators for risk scoring and focuses on detection and alerts in this risk area. Data theft for departing users might include downloading files from SharePoint Online, printing the files, copying data to personal cloud messaging and storage services near their employment, resignation, and end dates. Right, so when we use either the Microsoft HR connector or the option to automatically check for user account deletion in Microsoft Entra, this template starts scoring for risk indicators relating to these activities and how they correlate with the user employment status, right? So it comes up with the date, with the policy name, the settings that are already filled in, right? Include all users and groups. Triggering event, user account deleted from Microsoft Entra required all user and groups in the policy scope. These are the indicators. Sharing SharePoint files with people outside the organization, sharing SharePoint file folders with people outside the organization, etc. Okay, if you want to customize it, you can do that. So it will select a policy template. It will ask us to select the policy template again. I'm using this. Now, I was talking about the connector, right? So when using this template, you can configure a Microsoft 365 HR connector. Right? Now what it would do, it would periodically import resignation and termination date information for users in the organization, right? You can look for the documentation here, how it talks about setting up the Microsoft 365 HR connector, which will provide the step-by-step guidance to configure the Microsoft 365 HR connector, right? Now, if you choose not to use the HR connector, you must select the user account deleted from the Microsoft Entra option when configuring triggering events. Now, let's say I don't want to use any of these connectors. Now it says the triggering event. The triggering event determines when the policy will begin assigning risk scores to user activity. HR data connector imports termination or resignation dates, or the user account deleted from the Microsoft Entra ID. Now if I do not select any connector here, I click on next. Remember that I am customizing the template, pre-configured template. Description, I go with this name for the sake of this lab. Choose users and groups. I select all users groups that this policy will apply to. Exclude users and groups. If you want to do, you can do that. This is optional as well. Decide whether to prioritize content. You can prioritize content based on factors like where it is stored and how it's classified. Risk scores are increased for any activity that contains priority content, which in turn increases the chance of generating a high severity alert. Let's say I want to prioritize this. SharePoint sites to prioritize. If you have any, please add them. Sensitivity labels, sensitive info types, file extensions, trainable classifiers, and this is the choose triggering event for this policy. This is the connector, but user account deleted from the Microsoft ID. Then I have to select this. Policy will start assigning risk scores when a user account is deleted. It says indicators. The following indicators are used to generate alerts for the activity deleted by the policy template. Was the other running auto and off for your organization, so you can turn them on. Okay, make sure that you are verifying properly before enabling the indicators. Click on next. These advanced detection options are used to generate alerts for the activity detected. A sequence is a group of 2 or more activities performed one after the other over a period of 7 days that might suggest an elevated risk, right? So you can select all. You can need to turn on the indicators. This is the lab environment, so I'll turn them on all. Okay. Now I can choose the indicators here. Which one I need to select? If one of, or I can select all, whatever happens, right? When the user is gone. Because I've set the triggering event that when the user account is deleted. Okay. Next, sequence detection. Select all. Choose threshold types of indicators. Each indicator you selected uses thresholds to influence the activity's risk score, which in turn determines whether an alert severity is low, medium, or high. Each threshold is based on the number of events recorded for an activity per day. You need to turn on the analytics as well. Now this is the final review of the policy that you have created. Check all the settings that you need to apply and then click on submit. It will submit this policy for the creation. See the message submitting. Your policy was created, but it might take up to 24 hours before policy matches will start showing on the alerts tab. Click on done. And you will see a policy here. Okay. And you can use all the other policy templates, which includes data leaks or data leaks policy guidelines, data leaks by priority users or risky users, patient data misuse, risky AI usage, which is still in preview, and the other one as well. All right. So I hope this was informative for all of you. If you need any further assistance, please mention your queries in the comment section, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Have a good day.